I didn't expect to walk in on that. I mean, who does? One minute you're a pregnant wife bringing your husband his favorite lunch hoping to brighten his exhausting workday. And the next you're standing in his office doorway staring at him with another woman, her legs wrapped around his waist like some twisted joke. I didn't scream, didn't throw the food. I just stood there clutching my belly frozen, while my world quietly shattered. My name is Rachel Holloway, and this is the story of how I lost everything, and then found something greater than I ever imagined. It started 3 years ago at a rooftop gallery in Chicago. I was there for an architecture showcase fresh off launching my own firm when I met Damon Lancaster. He was charming, wealthy, and way out of my league, or so I thought. But he didn't see me as some small-town girl with big city dreams. No, he said he saw brilliance, purpose, fire. We fell hard, real hard. Damon was the kind of man who'd show up at your office with flowers just because it was Tuesday, who'd listen to your wild ideas and then fund them without question. And when he proposed defying his powerful family's expectations, I said yes without blinking. They wanted him to marry a blonde socialite from Connecticut named Sloan, not a black architect from Gary, Indiana. But Damon chose me. Or at least that's what I believed. For a while, life was perfect. We built a beautiful home, designed it together. I started working on a pediatric hospital wing, and when we found out I was pregnant, we both cried. Damon even cried at the first ultrasound. "It's a girl," he whispered, holding my hand. "She'll be strong like her mama." I trusted him with everything. My heart, my body, our future. What I didn't know was that he was splitting that same devotion with someone else. Sophia Winters, his assistant. 28, blonde, flawless in that polished, icy kind of way. I'd always thought she was too professional to be a threat. Always calling him sir in that clipped tone, never making eye contact for too long. But that day, 9 months pregnant, waddling into his office with a warm bag of his grandma's fried chicken, I opened that door and saw the truth. Her skirt was bunched up, his shirt halfway undone, and the way they looked at each other, it wasn't new, it was practiced. The lunch bag hit the floor. Damon jumped back like I was the intruder, and Sophia, she turned slowly, hands smoothing her blouse over her swollen stomach, clearly 6 months along. "Oh," she said, voice syrupy. "Didn't think you'd come today." I couldn't breathe. "How long?" "Almost a year," she smiled. "Since your second trimester, actually." Damon tried to explain, stammering something about how it just happened, but I wasn't listening. My water broke right there on that marble floor, and all I could think was, I am not bringing my daughter into a world built on lies. I delivered alone. No hand to hold, no one pacing the hallway. Just me, sweat-soaked and determined, cursing Damon's name between contractions. And when they laid her in my arms, my sweet baby girl with eyes just like mine, I named her Justice. Because that's what I wanted. Not revenge, just balance. Truth. A week later, I filed for divorce. Kept the house. Refused his hush money. His lawyers offered me millions to keep quiet, to say our marriage ended amicably. I said, I don't need your money. I need my daughter to grow up with a mother who doesn't bend for broken men. He tried to visit, brought gifts, teddy bears, diamond bracelets for the baby. I sent them all back. And Sophia, well, she gave birth to a boy a few months later. Damon tried to play father of the year with both kids. Wanted blended holidays, joint birthdays, the whole PR-friendly circus. But when Justice screamed every time he walked in, when she clung to me like he was a stranger, he realized love doesn't just show up twice a week. It's built day by day. For the next year, I poured myself into work. My firm won award after award. I was invited to speak at conferences, designed shelters for women escaping abuse housing for teen moms, places of safety. I didn't just build structures, I built sanctuaries. And every night I rocked my daughter to sleep with lullabies that promised her better. Then came him, Landon Hayes. He was soft-spoken, kind, with laugh lines that said he lived through heartbreak but still chose joy. We met at a design summit, bonded over cheap coffee, and shared exhaustion. He didn't try to fix me, didn't rush, just showed up, day after day. Justice adored him instantly. Started calling him Da before I even realized I was in love. He never asked me to forget. Just helped me remember who I was before Damon's betrayal. Strong, brilliant, whole. 2 years after my world ended, Landon dropped to one knee at the top of the Willis Tower with Justice clapping beside him in a tutu. And I said yes, not because I needed saving, but because I'd already saved myself. And he honored that. Our engagement party was everything. Grand but grounded. Family, friends, clients who'd become mentors. And then right as Landon gave a speech that had the whole room in tears, Damon showed up. Uninvited. Bitter. Drunk. "This is wrong," he slurred. "She's mine." Landon didn't flinch. Just stood beside me as I took the mic and said, "You lost the right to call me yours the day I walked in on you and Sophia." The room went dead silent. You traded a queen for chaos, and now you get to live with that choice. Damon tried to argue, said I was robbing him of his daughter. I looked at Justice, who was playing with Landon's tie, laughing freely, and said, "She already chose." And so did I. Security walked him out. That was the last time I ever saw him. Today my name is Rachel Holloway Hayes. I run one of the most respected architecture firms in the Midwest. I raise my daughter with the kind of love I once begged for, and I wake up beside a man who doesn't need to be reminded to choose me. He just does. So if you're listening, if you're out there wondering if you'll ever recover from betrayal, let me tell you this. You will. You'll cry. You'll rage. You'll break. But then you'll rise. And when you do, you'll stop looking for closure and start building a new beginning. One where you get to decide what love looks like. Now tell me, have you ever trusted someone who turned out to be living a double life? What would you do if you walked in on something like I did? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about betrayal, about healing, about what we really owe our daughters and ourselves. And if you believe every woman deserves to be her own hero, hit that like button, share this story, and write in the comments, "I choose myself." Because sometimes that's the most powerful choice of all. I didn't expect to walk in on that. I mean, who does? 1 minute you're a pregnant wife bringing your husband his favorite lunch hoping to brighten his exhausting workday. And the next you're standing in his office doorway staring at him with another woman, her legs wrapped around his waist like some twisted joke. I didn't scream, didn't throw the food. I just stood there clutching my belly frozen, while my world quietly shattered. My name is Rachel Holloway, and this is the story of how I lost everything, and then found something greater than I ever imagined. It started 3 years ago at a rooftop gallery in Chicago. I was there for an architecture showcase fresh off launching my own firm